Hello, this is Rashi Sahai, and you're watching Medicircle. Today, on a healthcare startup series, we have Krunal Prajapati with us. Krunal Prajapati is the founder of Brainiac Healthcare. Brainiac Healthcare is an Ahmedabad based company innovating cost effective medical devices for medical fraternities to improve their work efficiency. Brainiac is currently developing a smart respiratory CO2 gas monitoring device for anesthesiologists who are reliant on expensive products that do not match with their work life. Welcome to Medicircle, Kunal.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you.
So, as the founder of Brainiac Healthcare, tell us more about your medtech startup and when did you decide to start this?
Okay. So the story of my startup is actually I have incorporated my company last year. So before that, I was working as an research and development engineer in my previous job. So over there, I found few problems that medical fraternities are facing right now with the market available medical devices. So after that, I quit my job as a research and development engineer from there, and I started working on the single individual problems, and I discussed those problems with related medical fraternities. Suppose currently we are developing a smart capnometer device or a smart CO2 monitoring device. So we have discussed related kind of problems with anesthesiologist, who is the main user of the device. So we have discussed about the problems that we are facing right now, and we have also provided the solution. Like, what will you do if we provide this kind of solution or create a problems, create a solution for you? So that is it really useful to you or not? So after doing so many iterations and question answers with the actual customers, we have come up with an idea. Let's make this kind of device because customers will be more satisfied with this kind of solution, because it will be like it should be a product market fit. Like, because so if we are developing something, then it should be adopted by the customers only. Yeah, so we have come up with an idea and finalized the solution, and then we have started working on it. And after working on the device for 2 months or 3 months, we incorporated the company and started fundraising and everything like that.
Okay. So the global respiratory monitoring devices market size is expected to grow from $1.17 billion in 2021 to $1.33 billion in 2022 at a compound annual growth rate CAGR of 13.3%. The global respiratory monitoring device market size is expected to grow to about $2.7 billion in 2026 at a CAGR of 11.7%. So, can you tell us how many lives have you touched so far?
Ma'am, we have developed our device before 3 to 4 months after doing so many iterations, and from that we are currently doing clinical trials of our devices, and we have tested around 17 patients, and we are getting good response on that. But we have not started selling our devices, but we have clinically tested on 17 patients.
Okay. So, can you please tell us, like, what is the USP of Brainiac Healthcare over other medtech startups who are also offering respiratory CO2 monitoring devices?
So if we talk about real life scenario, so there in India, there are very less number of anesthesiologists as compared to operation theater. If many of the surgeries are doing at the same time, suppose in a small medium scale hospital, there are around five operation theaters, and the operating anesthesiologist by five operation theaters is like one or two max to max. So it is not possible for anesthesiologists to monitor multiple patients at the same time. So it becomes difficult for them. Hence, majority of anesthesiology in India work as a freelancer to provide provide services to different areas like tier 2, tier 3 cities also. So we have come up with an idea that let's make a device for them that actually helpful for them, that creates value for them at the low cost. So suppose our device contains a small hardware piece of device plus mobile application. The small hardware piece of device that is going to be attached with the patient on each operation theater, and it will continuously measures the CO2 level of the patient, like how much amount of CO2 the patient is exhaling or inhaling,
Okay.
and transmit it to the software, web app, or mobile application, so where it is continuously monitored and displayed on a single screen. So it becomes very easy it becomes very easy for anesthesiologist to monitor multiple patients at the same time. So basically, it's a very generalized idea, but the use case of this device is will be very huge.
Okay. So is your startup bootstrapped or has it received any funding so far?
Okay, so we have bootstrap till now, but we have also received a Nidhi EIR grant from CIE Co. IIM Ahmedabad Incubation Center. Apart from that, we have just recently raised a fund from the Startup India Seed Fund Scheme by Government of India Startup India program, and we are going to have 20 lakhs of fundraising from there also.
Okay. So, what were your revenues in financial year 2022, and what are you planning to close it at the end of financial year 23?
Okay, so we have actually started marketing our product through Pan India, and we have received 15 orders throughout it, and we have also receiving more orders till now. But we have 15 confirm orders, and we will be like generating around 15 lakhs of revenue if we'll complete it by the end of March 2023.
Okay. So, COVID-19 is essentially a respiratory ailment and has boosted the usage of respiratory monitoring device to monitor the physiology functions and the lungs during COVID-19 treatment. So, what are your goals and future expansions of plans? Like,
Okay.
yeah.
So, ma'am, we have like very different aspect of the CO2 monitoring. Suppose the CO2 monitoring is not just limited to anesthesiology field. It can also helpful for anesthesiologists to find different kind of parameters, like abnormalities that is happening with the patient, like hypoventilation, hyperventilation, apnea detection, and everything like that. So in future, we are also thinking about to expand our horizon in AI segment, like by using artificial intelligence. If we can predict the patient's condition as it is going to be happening in future before few minutes, so suppose 10 to 15 minutes ago, then it will be like a life changing uh, innovation for anesthesiologist as well as.
Okay. So, would you like to give any piece of advice of learning that you would like to share with us?
Uh, there is a I'm not sure that is like useful to everyone or not, but as a medical device founder, you should have like uh, so much patience for yourself, because it takes a longer time, because when you just it is not just about developing the product and execution of the product. In between that, you need to go to the hospitals and uh, talk with the customers. You should have enough traction, you should have clinical trial approvals, regulatory approvals, and different kind of approvals, because medical devices are directly going to be attached with the patients, like used by patients or somehow. So it becomes like a you need to do so many process, regulatory approvals, and everything like that. So you should have like so much patience to execute the product in the market, because
Yes.
without regulatory approvals, it can cause the patients like die or something. Anything can be happen with the patient, especially in the critical care segment.
Exactly. So, thank you so much for coming to our show and sharing your valuable time and insights with us at Medicircle. It has been a pleasure having you on the show.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.